Yes, everyone, welcome back, my friends. Hope you guys are doing well. In about 10 minutes' time, we're about to kick off away from home, St. James's Park against Newcastle. We've seen the lineup. I'm going to put the lineup on screen so we can discuss things briefly behind, okay, what to expect from this game today. Good to see some of you guys here, though. Kevin, how you doing? Ryan, Dom K. A link to the game, I do have one. I'm going to pin the, obviously pin the comment in case you guys need a link. So if you guys go to the chat, you're going to see like a pinned comment, basically, in case you guys need a link for the game today. So yeah, you'll see I've pinned it on the top of the chat right there. Right here, you guys can see, use that link and you'll be able to watch the game today. So yeah, let's hope today we can get a win. I want to end November unbeaten. I want to end November climbing up the table. Like we're 9 points off European places, and I feel like if we lose like a handful of games, if we lost today, that's going to dramatically affect our chances of getting Champions League football. And I just feel like if we don't get CL football this season, it's going to affect what we do in the summer. It's not going to be as ideal as it could be. You know, there's great potential in this team, right? I don't know, like our performances against the big teams, very inspiring, but you know, against teams around us, against teams under us, it's not quite the same. So let's hope for some improvements in that aspect, right? But anyway, I'm going to go to the lineup. Let's discuss what we're seeing. Obviously, some rotation from the team today from Pochettino, especially in midfield. So got a lot to say. We aren't seeing familiar faces like Caicedo and others. Probably for good reason, to be fair. Like I was making the point on Twitter that, you know, as Pochettino decided to use Hugo because he feels like, okay, with Hugo and my team, I'm going to have more height, I'm going to have more physicality, we're going to be able to match Newcastle and go toe-to-toe against them. But obviously I'm forgetting that international break, you know, Caicedo away with Ecuador, coming back quite late too. It's not like the most ideal circumstances to be able to like play in a game like this and be up to full speed, right? So as we're seeing Sanchez, I think that back four looks interesting. I'm going to look to see how Cucurella performs. I know that he's had a bit of a resurgence. I thought he was okay against Man City. Didn't necessarily light the world's on fire. I thought his first half against Arsenal was way better than his second half, where Saka was starting to get in the game a little bit. But regardless, you know, Cucurella, you know, he's showing that he's got a bit of, you know, adversity in him. Things aren't necessarily going his way, but he's forced himself back into Poch's lineup. So credit goes to him. He's clearly impressing in training. And let's hope that today he's going to have a good game against Newcastle, because we're going to need him to support that attack down the left-hand side, right? But outside of that, Hugo, Enzo, Connor. For me, Connor's our star guy this season. I'm hoping Enzo can have more influence. I feel like it's been a very, like, not a weird season. I don't want to start getting hyperbolic around Enzo, but I do feel like he's had times when he's been really good, then kind of fallen off a bit. Listen, normally like family life might be the thing, right? It's got a newborn, you're up late at night. Like I'm sure the pressures have grown even more. You know, you're not in top shape maybe. I'm not too sure, right? But maybe it could be due to tactics. Like we've seen Enzo being used as a 10 sometimes to middling success. I thought he started the season really well against West Ham and Liverpool, where he was playing more like a Cesc Fabregas role, where he was like the brain and heart of the team. And I think now recently, now that Poch has moved to like this like 4-2-3-1/4-3-3, you know, Enzo is having more like box presence, which he can do really well. I think he just needs to get that first goal in the Premier League. I think that's what he's really waiting for right now. And hopefully he can kick on from there. You know, he really helps us in the build-up. He has great moments. And alongside Connor, you know, he helps us in that midfield battle. So he's not being terrible. But maybe it's like that Paul Pogba effect where, you know, you spent so much money on him. You're expecting like maybe a few more spectacular moments or goals or involvements in the team, which I can understand. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Enzo has been poor or bad, because statistically, he's one of our best performing players, actually, especially in terms of how he's using the ball and how he plays that part in midfield, right? So, you know, I'm not really feeling any type of way against Enzo. I'm going to hope that he can find more form, of course, but he's not been bad. And obviously up front, Palmer, Sterling, Jackson, that seems to be Pochettino's go-to front three at the moment. A front three that's getting goals, that's finding the back of the net. Let's hope that Jackson can continue this scoring streak against Newcastle today. But when you're getting supported by guys like Cole Palmer in behind, who's, you know, I'm really liking Cole Palmer. I'm liking how he floats throughout the game. I'm looking forward to seeing how he performs down that right-hand side with Reece James. I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential there. And it makes me think about times like when we signed Hakim Ziyech, where, you know, I think that the main plan for Ziyech when he was first signed was to have that right-hand side where, you know, him and Reece James have that relationship and those combo plays, right? I felt like we didn't really use Ziyech in the right way whatsoever. It became very isolated 1v1, or he's receiving back to goal and the guy's got no upper body strength or explosiveness. It's a complete waste, right? But I do think that now that Palmer is maybe a better fit, especially like physically, like this guy off the ball, on point, tall, he's got good acceleration. Like I feel like he has like maybe a lot more upside to his game. He's a bit more complete actually, to be fair with you. Watching him and Reece James just like creating those spaces, those balls in behind, those runs, those plays on the right hand side, that's going to be key against Newcastle, because when Reece James gets forwards and gets in the opponent's half, he tends to make a lot of things happen. So I think that'll be quite big for us. And again, let's hope that Sterling maintains his form. He's been good this season. Good. His game versus City, I think one of his best games recently. And it's nice that this season, I think I've used that phrase a few times, that this is one of Sterling's like best games. And listen, last season, we didn't see no one at their best. I think we all knew that. But it's nice to see that they're really like enjoying life under Pochettino. They're liking the football. They feel like the training methods are really getting the best out of them. And I think we're seeing them results now in the field. So right now, my friends, we're seeing the boys getting on the fields. Livramento, Isak, Newcastle are a good team. They're going to fight hard. I imagine they're going to be a bit more defensive. They got quality on the break. So let's hope we don't make any silly mistakes. And let's hope we're strong in midfield today. Obviously, not pressure, but Leslie has a big opportunity to stake himself in the team now. I know that a coach in France is mentioning the point that, listen, at 19 years old, like you're at an age where you're not playing reserve team football. You're not really playing as much football. And, you know, you left Rennes when you could have been playing week in, week out to sign for us. And you're kind of in and out of the team. That's not the best thing for your development. So this is a massive opportunity for Hugo to really just like let Pochettino know, listen, you know, I'm ready to challenge for a first team spot. I can add to the team. And listen, he's a teenager. He's only 19 years old. But I guess at clubs like us, like the age means even little, to be fair with you. So listen, I'm looking at Newcastle's midfield, Bruno, Joelinton, and they're using their young academy star in is it Lewis Miley, and of course Almiron, Gordon, Isak, Trippier, Livramento, Lascelles, Shaw. I mean, this is a strong Newcastle team, so we need to be on point today. And I'm hoping that Leslie has a big game against them. But my friends, let me go through a few questions real quick. I got a super chat, didn't even realize that. Chris Kilo 8, appreciate that, man. Thanks. Ayo Hassan, buff streams as well. Okay, if you guys need more stream links, I think buff streams could be the one. Thomas, keep the blue flag flying high. Yep. Joshua, we need this game. We actually do. We need to win. You know, I wish we did things a bit differently at the start of this season. You know, against lots of low opposition, we really like lost a lot of, you know, so many points. It's a bit ridiculous. So there's more pressure on us right now. But it does feel like, are we starting to like find form and peak at the right time? If we get a result today against Newcastle, we're going to have our answers right. And I think we go into December with even more confidence, knowing that we got even more guys coming back fully fit. No more international break distractions. Like, we will be ready to come at the table now and really take advantage of this momentum. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how he performed today. It's going to be a big test against Newcastle. And, you know, games like this, you need to outcompete your opponents. Basic stuff, we all know this. But I think especially today, this is the moment to try and take advantage and yeah, get these 3 points and climb up this goddamn table. Anyway, come on, you Blues. Let's go. Cole Palmer. Enzo, not bad. Not done anything. Yep. Gamer Boy, where can I watch a match? Okay, my friends, if you look at my pinned comment on the chat right here, you're going to see a link. So I suggest that you use that, my guy. Thomas, you're going for a 3-0 win. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Mash, we should keep Ugo if we are in Europa League next season. I think most likely, I think having more games can allow Pochettino to rotate the squad a lot more. And when we go, if we play Europa League football, maybe I would take that, knowing the fact that if we win, we get Champions League football. And listen, like, I think I want to be in Europe regardless. Like, if we don't get Champions League football, I need Europa League football bare minimum. You know? We can win that, hopefully, secure Champions League football, and have another chance to win the Super Cup. Anyway, kickoff begins now, my friends. Let me kickstart the timer right here. Nice, aggressive, quick starts. Reece James is already up the field on the right-hand sides. Okay. Up the field, Silva playing on the right hand side. It's been a long time since we've seen that. Good play from Gordon. I think Gordon's surprised me. Obviously, when we were linked with Gordon, like 2 years ago. I mean, I knew he was a decent player, but I just didn't feel like he was the right player we needed. And to be fair, I don't think we need him whatsoever. We got Kendrick Payers coming in the future, incredible talent. We got a lot of young stars that are getting even better. And to be fair, I prefer Cole Palmer. I think Palmer's a better player compared to Gordon. But he's really added a lot to Newcastle's game. I've always been surprised with Newcastle. Like, why did they get rid of St. Maximin? Like, I always thought that even if he's like a squad player for you, that's a pretty decent player to have in your squad, right? Like, he causes a lot of issues with his like direct threat, and I mean his dribbling skills are like up there with the best in my opinion. Anyway, we defend the set piece, cleared by Enzo. Jackson, can he win that? Jackson, that's yours. Yes. Unlucky. Good idea. If only you saw Palmer, but I don't think he had the right body orientation and to even like make that header. Anyway, Cucurella up in the air. And I'm expecting balls to be up in the air quite a bit today. Like, Newcastle aren't afraid to play direct or play it over the top to try and find like a quick breakaway. So, maybe the lineup Poch is using today is reflecting the fact that, like, to win this game, it's not going to be just like maturity and tactics, but I think physicality is going to be key too. Anyway, Palmer's dropped into midfield. Plays the ball to find Connor, who's always, like, Connor always finds himself in the right position. So just help the team play forward. I feel like when people talk about football IQ, I feel like it's one of those blanket terms where most people don't really know what they're saying by implying this guy likes football IQ, whatever. But football IQ is those details like that. Like, where are you receiving on the ball? Anyway, great tackle from Leslie off Joelinton. Superb tackle. Gets us up the field. Gallagher receives that. And Ugo's playing really fast and quick. Back to Palmer. Back to Enzo. Enzo first time wide to Reece James. That was a great tackle from Leslie. And Reece James trying to find someone in the box. But listen. Cucurella's counter-pressing, forcing Newcastle back. Do we win that second ball? Yes, we do. Badia, okay, unlucky. He tried to do that clearance pass to Enzo. Newcastle counter-attack down that right-hand side. Are we getting back in position? Yes, we are. Isak, man, sick player. Oh my God. Badia. Played Badia. If that, like, the small details like that, if that's a shit defender, they panic and they try and make the tackle. And they force the situation. Badia closes the angle down, waiting for Cucurella, of course, to sweep that ball and win that. Anyway, Raheem Sterling driving through the middle. Nico Jackson. Come on, Nicholas. Nicholas! Oh, unlucky. That's what I like. Nico has that rawness to his game. Like, I think he's quite exciting. And I think, I keep saying the fact that he didn't come through the traditional, like, academy routes in Europe. Like, he's not been playing at this level for that long in his career. And the fact that he's showing that he's, like, like he can handle this. He can play. Imagine this guy in like another 18 months or 24 months. I think this guy could be absolutely clear. So if we do sign a big striker next season, I hope that we're going to really consider the development of the Broglers and Jacksons. There's still a lot of this season to go. And I just think that Nico is someone that can add more to his game and become better. And honestly, I like strikers that can carry the ball. I think most strikers can't really do that properly. I think Nico can. He can play in tight spaces, tight areas. And I think his finishing is decent too. So once he like improves his composure and doesn't panic in like high pressure situations, I think that's when he misses opportunities, right? I think he has the potential to actually get better in that aspect of his game. So, you know, I read his interview with Matt Law. I thought it was pretty, he gave a lot of like personal insight you don't really consider with these guys, right? And maybe realized maybe I was being a bit too harsh with him, especially that hat-trick against some Spurs. You know, sometimes you need to relax a little bit, right? But I'm liking the start so far. First 5 minutes in against Newcastle, like we've contained the rare counter-attack they had. We're showing our aggression to win the second balls in their half. We're pushing men forwards. You know, I think Leslie, Jolin's trying to block him off right there, but I mean Leslie at 19 years old, this guy could be absolutely clear too. Okay, you guys are going for a 3-0 win to us. We're going to thrash them. I'm loving the optimism today. Like, most times we're expecting the worst case scenarios, but it's nice that you guys are feeling quite, you know, feeling quite positive. I'm liking the vibes. Mr. P. Jensen, surprised to see him so fast and slick with his body type. Big Les, exactly. You know, one player that really looks impressive to me in the summer was Amadou Onana. I know that Sebastian Chapri on Twitter rates the guy quite a lot. You know, I think Onana, I think the guy's quite, you know, I think he's got potential to be like a massive mid in the future. Like, he's the type of guy, like, if I was Man United, I'm like, listen, here's 60, 70 million. I'm signing you because we need someone like you to protect our defense and give us more legs to protect counterattacks, right? But I do think, like in Leslie, maybe we've scouted like the next like dominant mids, and I think he's done quite well acclimatizing to life in the Premier League. Only 19 years old, like he's young, he's a teenager, he's still a teen. So yeah, he's not necessarily he's not dominated the game by himself, but he doesn't look out of place when he plays. He's not a weak link. He fulfills what he has to do properly. And I rarely see any mistakes. So it's always that he's quite clued up, he's alert, and he's always thinking in game, which I like. Okay, Newcastle switch the ball to Fines. Okay, so Livramento is playing on the left-hand side. Badia Shield, great header to find Cucurella. Again, first time from Ugo. Great little pivot then from Enzo to release Cucurella. That's more like it. Come on, boys. Let's take advantage. Okay, Newcastle get a lot of men back. Palmer, the little like clip ball over the top doesn't find Cucurella. But I'm not going to lie. If you're looking to play a pass to Cucurella like that, I mean, your chances of that coming off ain't really going to happen. I felt like the pass wasn't the right one to the right hand side. Now we're all the way back now. But we're keeping the ball well. And we're creating a few transitional moments so far against Newcastle. So I'm liking it, you know. It's like quick movement. We're not really that slow. Leslie, first time playing 1-touch, 2-touch. Badia plays it back to Leslie. Yes, good play. Good play. Connor just always finds himself in those channels, carrying us up the field. Come on, Connor. Come on, Connor. Cuts inside, takes a shot. Unlucky. But exactly, he knows, like Connor, this guy has very, very good shooting technique. And we haven't seen one of the best parts of his game, like, come to fruition. At moments like this, he'll be pissed off. He'll be thinking, that should have been on target. That should have been a lot better then. But, yeah. Conor Gallagher, box to box. I think the guy is absolutely clear. And listen, last season, let's not forget, he was playing like wing back, playing like playmaker in a pivot, playing as an attacking mid, playing across 5 different positions last season. Like, you're not, who's gonna like perform levels playing that way? Absolutely not. He's playing under a coach that utilizes his skill set, plays him in a box-to-box role, and it's no surprise. You give players the right system, you give them that confidence that you believe in them and you rate them, and you give them the license to play the game they want to play, you're going to see stuff like this, you know? Like, and it makes me think sometimes, like, with how we play under Pochettino, this is like my personal fanboy thing, right? But I wish we kept Loftus-Cheek sometimes. I just feel like he would have been cooking in this system, especially in the transitional threat, carrying us up the field. I think that was, yeah, I get it, but I don't know. I feel like, just from my personal point of view, I think he would have done really good in this system, to be fair with you. But again, you know, Mount left, Ruben left, and now Connor's taken advantage of the vacant role, and now he's made himself, I think, one of the, like, indispensable figures in this system, to be fair with you. So it seems, again, Connor, like, again, his game today is to mark Bruno. We can see that he's covering and shadowing Bruno's runs. So far, Bruno hasn't gotten the ball as much. See, Connor went to sleep a little bit then. He should have actually won that ball then. But again, Bruno's a sick player. Like, he knows how to create space for himself, how to, like, withdraw his runs. And again, if Connor was a bit more alert then, I don't think Newcastle have the ball in a half right now. Okay. Played back, first time cross. Oh, great header, Reese. Great header, Reese. Great header. Come on. Yes, Connor. I was going to say Connor, I mean Palmer. A bit like easily dispossessed then. Come on, Cuckoo. Close that cross down. See what I mean? Newcastle, they're not afraid to put men in the books. They're not afraid to put a cross in the books. Like, they'll play direct when they have to. And they've had a lot of success playing that way. So, you know, like, moments like that, I thought it was a great header from Reece James then. Especially, like, you know, someone was attacking the back post as well. Little, like, look over the top to see where his man is. And then wins that over Jolinton. So, yeah, great header. Sanchez. Yeah, he had to clear that then. CFC Matty K, what you guys saying in the chat right here? The link pin does not work. It should work because it's working for me. And it's taking me directly to the link I'm actually using right now. So maybe like double check to see, my guy. Okay, Almiron. I hate like the wingers that cut inside. Cuckoo, get closer. A bit too easy. Okay, crossing the box. Are we going to deal with this? Bounces off the back of the head of Gordon. Gordon's carrying. Okay. Oh, no. Shit. Isak, man. Absolutely cold, ridiculous player. Absolutely tore us apart then. Absolutely opened us up. Open us up. I mean, that was a mad pass by that Miley guy. To have that composure and awareness then. Not even forcing the shot. 17 years old. That's standing off. Look, massive gap in midfield. It's dragged us out completely. Cucurella's played him on side. Isak, great control, and he knows where the back of the net is. Like, it's a bit sloppy. Like, not enough aggression then. Everyone's caught ball watching, and then Isak's just there. Poor. I feel like we got to defend a bit more aggressively out wide. Like, Newcastle, they like to create their attacks in wide areas, you know. Like, no one wins the ball on the left-hand sides, and then it finds its way to the right-hand side, and then Palmer's not closing down Gordon quickly enough. Everyone else is ball watching as well too. It's a sloppy goal. And to be 1-0 down against Newcastle, now I'm a little bit nervous now, not going to lie. I'm a little bit nervous now. Sterling hot and cold. I mean, to be fair, Sterling's barely got on the board as much so far. Like, we haven't found our attacking players as much yet. So I don't know if that's got anything to do with Sterling, to be honest. Cucurella sleeping again. Yeah, I feel like Cucurella, like, when he's up against a winger that cuts inside, sometimes he's not, like, tight on them. Like, he lets them, like, receive and then turn and then, like, face the goal. Like, sometimes be aggressive and just close your man down. But again, not gonna lie, like, it seems like for this young team of ours, like, it comes down to having to react now. You know, hopefully this wakes these guys up and we can get back in the game now. There's still a lot of game left to play. It's not an ideal start though. Sterling, poor touch. Again, skip past him too easy. My God, man. That was terrible defending. We were clear. We were a man clear in advantage as well. Yeah. Again, out wide again. Poor defending. Like, Leslie gets, like, spun very easily then. Yeah, I feel like, again, Connor's on the ball. Why is Sterling not making a run in behind? Why is he not coming short to receive? Man, team needs best players. This could be a long day. Defending was terrible. Like, listen, in my preview, I kind of wanted to see more attacking players because I felt like if we can have that balance of, like, physicality at the back, maybe having Corwell playing, like, inverted left back again, and maybe have an additional attacking player. Let's have a bit more pace on the counter. Could that be more helpful? I guess time will tell. But Cucurella deals with that. It's been Newcastle have had the better opportunities so far, though. Again, they're finding the ball wide. They're stretching us. They're not afraid to put men in the box and put crosses inside the box as well too. So we're getting penned in a little bit now. Look, Almiron just easily brushes off Cucurella. Always finds a 1-2. It's just like, come on, boys. Now, I don't want to start getting too negative right now. It's like, what, a quarter of the game has been played so far. But, like, it's easy to get nervous, though, because we've been in these situations time and time again. It's not the first time that we've had, like, slow starts or, you know what I mean? Just, like, the application's a little bit iffy. Like, I was hoping that after international break, you know, the intensity would be a little bit different. But I'm seeing Newcastle again. You got to be combative. You got to win your balls, your second balls. Like, we're getting, they're literally doing bits against us out wides. Okay, Cucurella clears that because he finds Sterling. No, he doesn't. Newcastle definitely on the front foot. One pass must not eliminate 5 defenders that easily. 100% agreed. That was very sloppy. But again, I was expecting Newcastle to be a hard game, to be honest with you. I was feeling that maybe with, you know, the form we have from players returning back, it might be a little bit different. I mean, we still have time to react, but I need to see a reaction soon now. You know, Newcastle looking a lot more confident that they're now pressing us up the field a bit more now. Badia, Enzo. Badia, who can Badia finds? Back to Enzo. Good play, Enzo. Carries us up the field. Come on, Nico. Come on, Silva. Enzo, who's he found? Palmer's in a nice little area between the lines. Back to Sterling out wide. He's facing his man. He's taking him on and he gets tackled. Yeah, Newcastle are looking better. It's not looking great right now. Livramento. See what I mean? Livramento. Shit, putting the burners on now. Ooh, Gordon's off now. I mean, that's the last thing Newcastle need is another player getting injured. Hopefully that kills their momentum a little bit now. If they have to make a substitution and, you know what I mean? Hopefully that we can take advantage of like the little, like, off periods. But Livramento, I mean, this is why I rate the guy, to be honest. I'm always going to think this is absolutely crazy to me that when you have a guy like Livramento, you can even consider letting him go. Especially for the money we did. Like, I'll never forgive the old board for doing that. People keep telling me, oh, you know, he didn't want to compete with Reece James. It's just like Twitter logic. There's nothing factual behind that. It's just poor assumptions, yeah? Like, you can't be advocating for signing backups and being okay with Malo Gusto, who's a sick player. But then when you had someone for free in Livramento, like, it completely baffled me. It completely baffled me. But Newcastle, like, are they getting injuries because of the loads, like the intensity, the physicality? Like, can you maintain playing this way for that long? I don't know. Like, especially winter time's coming up now. You're gonna have games like 2 games every week now, and you're playing in Europe. I mean, it's not gonna be easy. But we need to react. I think since going a goal down, I've not seen much reaction. I've not seen us like press high. Like, it's been very stop and start from us, and I feel like Newcastle are smelling bloods at the moment. Okay, Jolinton fends off Leslie. Yes, Nico, play Nico first time to Raheem. We have to take advantage now. Come on, Sterling. Oh fuck, bro, man, just be direct and go to goal. Go to goal, man. I mean, thank God we won a free kick there, but I don't know. Like it's little details like that for me. Like, we win possession like that, and it's just like there's no one out wide that's like in line with Raheem Sterling to receive anything. Like, a part of me was kind of open to seeing Mudryk playing just to have more pace on the counter-attack, you know? I can see why Sterling's thinking, let me try and find the pass. It was the perfect time to play a pass into someone, but no one is there. So, anyway, Trippier, yellow cards. Let's hope we can do something from this set piece. Like, who's going to take this? Sterling or Reece or Palmer? Like, who is our, like, set-piece specialist? Like, we don't really have one. Is that going to be Reece? I think Sterling scored from a free kick last season, right? Who's going to take this? But I feel like, you know, like, these are the moments where, like, Pochettino's talking about maturity, yeah? Like, you know, if you want to get something in this game, hopefully, like, this is going to go in right now. So I'm guessing Sterling's going to take this. Yeah, Sterling's definitely taking this. Come on, Raheem. Come on, Raheem. Raheem. Oh, shit. Let's go. Come on. I had no idea that was going to go in. I had no idea at all. What a free kick. Wow. Sterling is on form, man. Wow. What a free kick. Oh, perfect. Perfect free kick. 1-1. Okay, game on now. Game on. Like I said, you know, I was feeling a bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. But I didn't want to get too carried away because there was still a lot of game left. You know, it was very easy to just like think about last season when we got a goal down, but what a free kick. Raheem Sterling leads that counter-attack. He wins the free kick, and then he buries it, top left bins. Yes, Raheem. Yo, Raheem, man. Raheem wants to make sure he's in the Euros this summer. I think it's quite obvious. Very surprising that Rashford's still in the team, but then Raheem Sterling's not getting caught up. I mean, you know, there's only so many times that Southgate can ignore him, right? But what a free kick. I wasn't expecting it. You guys in the chat, did you expect that to go in then? Like, were you guys feeling confident? Like, were you guys expecting that to be a goal? Like, be honest. Be completely honest, yeah? Anyway, I haven't even updated the scores. Always forget to do that. Yes, boys. Back to Raheem. Oh, okay. Raheem's feeling himself, yeah? You see the little smile on his face too? Okay, he's feeling himself right now. Gordon leading the attack. Come on, Silva. That's your Silva. Yeah, you can't be getting done by little 2-star skills like that. I'm sorry. Ah, shit. He tried to gas it in that moment then. Yes, I've updated the scores now. Sorry. I'm going to make sure I don't forget that anymore now. But yeah, you guys, were you expecting Sterling to score then from that free kick? Okay, set piece time now. Like, I get a little bit nervous now because this is Newcastle's bread and butter. Please defend that back post, that near post. That 6-yard box. Wow. I thought that was it. I thought the dream was over then. Wow. No, that is poor, bro. Connor loses his man. He lost him. That was good set piece defending. Then look how Cher blocks Connor off. And how did Joelinton miss that, bro? How did he miss that? Wow. That is one of the misses of the season. That is one of the misses of the season. Like, the goalkeeper was out too. Yo, that was poor. We got lucky. But you need that luck. Wow. Joelinton, I would be embarrassed right now, not gonna lie. Missing something like that. You're crazy. You're flipping crazy, mate. Okay. So it feels like Palmer is playing more as a 10, right? And as like Gallagher moved to the right hand side. Like, I'm seeing Connor more wide right now. And I'm seeing Palmer like playing closer to Nico. I guess that was the reaction to going a goal down, right? Like, if Palmer can receive, hopefully he plays someone in. Come on, Palmer. Yes, played. Enzo. Palmer. Kukurea. Badia. Back to Leslie. First time football. Good play, boys. Good play. Play it back into him. Come on. Yes, Palmer. Crap. I mean, he had to release that a little bit faster then, like a little bit sooner. Okay, now Newcastle. It's like, what, 3v2 wide now. Almiron. I don't like when Almiron's, like, when he's facing the goal, playing on his stronger foot. I don't like that, man. Like, Almiron is like one of the, like, his development over the past few seasons, especially since Eddie Howe took over. Like, he looked quite exciting and promising when he came from the MLS, right? But now he looks like a proper seasoned, like, Premier League player. And I think he's one of the top. Oh, played Enzo. Isak. Oh, Isak, sick player. Quality player. No, close him down. Good. Sterling's header was not a good one then. Almiron again. I feel like Kuku just doesn't want to engage when he's like receiving. See, we're losing out on the battle a little bit. Like, okay. Yes, Palmer. He couldn't intercept that. Came very close then. Back to Joelinton. Again, they're always finding their fullback or their winger wides. Now look, Almiron's in a good position to receive. Oh, Oh. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Yes, Cuckoo. Ah, shit. He tried to fool him. Nah, you missed me with that, Bruno. What are you thinking, mate? Oh, nah. The kick wasn't. Nah, it wasn't there. Yeah, now we have to just like be a bit patient, defend the spaces, stay in position, and respect Newcastle right now. Yes, Leslie, good win, but no one gets onto that then. Isak, man. Back to Almiron, who's been causing us a lot of danger down that right hand side. A lot of danger down that right hand side. Look, he's got the time and space to play in crosses, play passes to third man runners. You know what I mean? Run through on goal. I feel like we're not doing enough to contain him. Like, look, Kukus is backing off into what? Like, how often is Almiron going to take you on the outside, realistically? Like, Almiron's going to look to play someone in. He's going to look to cut inside through to goal, right? I want to see Kuku get a bit tighter towards him. I feel like he's backing off a bit too much so far. And I'm not saying that because I hate Cucurella and I don't rate him and nothing like that. Absolutely not. I just think for the context of this game right now, I need to see him get a bit tighter, man. Anyway, I've liked Enzo so far. He's playing the right passes at the right time. Oh, great pass. Reece. Palmer. Back to Reece. Oh, okay. Oh. Great save. And that was good from Enzo then. I've liked Enzo in this game. I think when Enzo is receiving, he's playing like the right smart pass to like push the team forwards. I think he timed his run really well here. And that was a very good save. That's a top save from Pope. Strong hands, that was like a great pace behind that shot too. That was really good. But yeah, I've liked Enzo so far. I think Enzo is making us tick a little bit. Okay, come on, Connor. Please, Connor. Oh! So found Badia. That was a nice delivery then. I like when the corners are away from the goalkeeper because I feel like it's easier to attack the headers then. Not gonna lie. On target from Badia. But that is gonna give us a bit of he'll give us an advantage height-wise in this game. Especially like attacking set pieces. Okay, off. Okay, good. I've got a super chat here. Yes, Chris, appreciate that, man. Palmer has been our worst player on the pitch so far. Yeah, he hasn't necessarily been consistent throughout. But Palmer's one of those guys where, he can be a bit mid for like 10, 15 minutes. But then he'll play a quality pass, make a quality run. Like, he'll produce quality out from nowhere. And he helps affect the team. So I'm not going to be too critical of him. But at the same time, you're right. He hasn't necessarily taken this game under control yet. But that's what Pochettino was talking about, right? In the press conference, mentioning, it's up to him to make sure Palmer doesn't get too comfortable with his form. And to always realize, push yourself. Raise your level. So, yeah. What are you guys saying here? Palmer's been out. Yep. Okay. They've pinned us too deep. Yep. Look how deep we are. They are dominating us right now. I feel like Newcastle are finding a lot of numbers wide on the left, wide on the right. I feel like that's how they're like able to get up the fields. I think we're not aggressive enough in winning those duels out wide. But at the same time, when we do win them, we're looking kind of threatening on the transition. Not as threatening though, but that's our best bet of like getting back in this game so far. Okay. Yes, Reese. See, Palmer is moved in a more like central position. So that's been the only difference we're seeing compared to the start of this game. Finds Raheem. Back to Palmer, but the pass was just overhit, man. Oh, come on, Raheem. Please, you have to be getting that pass right, bro. I can't be too mad. He's literally got us back in the game single-handedly. But yeah, you know, I just felt like I think that was it, man. Silva looks to play it in behind to find Nico. I think Nico has been on the periphery a little bit. I feel like we're struggling to kind of get him in the game so far. Like, it makes me think, okay, like, oh, okay, Connor! Ah, shit, he snatched at it, man. Connor, please, man. What's happened to the shooting boots this season, bro? Ah, that's annoying. Like, I look at the game, Liverpool versus Man City. Look how Man City take advantage of that, like, stupid clearance from Alisson. Aki gets past two players and then finds Haaland. Like, we force mistakes sometimes in our opponents, but we don't take advantage. I feel like we'll become a top team when we literally take advantage of moments like this every single time. Anyway, Jackson drops a bit deeper this time. Finally on the ball, he's carrying us up the field. Nico wins that free kick. No free kick. Come on, ref. Don't foul him, Nico. Come on, Nico, man. That's a poor tackle, man. Yes, Badia has to step up there to help Kukurea. Yes, goal kick to us now. Yeah, Connor, man. Like, that has to be the moment. I think ideally he would have maybe played that pass to Nico first time, but he was already offsides. And yet he snatched at the shot then with his left foot. Like, to be honest, looking at that moment, he had to take that shot then. It's annoying that he didn't get it on target or forced to save him the keeper at least, like bare minimum. But I think Nico was out of the game completely. So I think Connor did the right thing forcing it then, but there was no end product at the end, sadly. Okay. Reese. So I think by moving Palmer in the middle, I think we have better like defensive protection down that right hand side with like Connor doubling up with Reece James. I think Palmer was kind of struggling a little bit, so I think that was the right tactical move. I feel like this will be a game of moments, so hopefully we get the right moments falling our way and we take advantage of them, like the free kick. Like Newcastle are a good team. It's like a very well balanced encounter so far, and you know what I mean. Games like this, when it's really tight, the details will matter. So I'm not expecting any like beautiful football across 90 minutes. It won't be the case today. It's going to be like an end-to-end type of game, and whoever takes advantage in the final third will win the game today. That's the context of this game. That's how the winner is going to be decided. So we've reacted to going a goal behind, which is what I want to see. Corner, goods. Palmer taking the corner from the left hand side. Come on, Cole. I mean, how many set piece goals have we scored this season, like from corners? I think like 1 or 2, right? I think Disasi got 1. I'm trying to think of the other ones now. Anyway, Palmer. Please, come on, boys. Oh, well defended by Newcastle. Good, good, good. Back to Enzo. Yeah, like I said, I think Enzo's looks good. I think he has been one of our better outfield players. Like every time he's on the ball, it's just like the intelligence behind him, like how he's shaping his body, how he's quickly releasing the balls, how he's changing the direction of attacks. Because he's not getting goals and assists, these are the details that don't matter. But we have to accept that he is helping kickstart these attacks. He's playing those second balls to kickstart moves, and he's been doing that time and time again today. So yeah, I've been very impressed by Enzo in this game so far. Palmer, yes, Palmer. Oh, come on, Palmer. Oh, Enzo just didn't connect properly then, and Gallagher just gets dispossessed by Livramento. If there was one moment, I'm thinking Enzo 9 times out of 10 is going to play that pass. That was the moment right there. Okay, Silva scored a set piece. Yes, he did. Connor and Gallagher are twerking today. The ref is letting everything go for Newcastle and giving the same thing fouls against us. Yeah, the story of our lives, right? I wonder how long Gordon can play in this game, because he looks a bit like busted up so far. But again, these are the moments where I feel the last 5 minutes of the first half has been very the way we end games, the way we start the second half, we either score or we concede. It's either those two things. So, if anything, I want to go in 1-1 for the second half. I feel against Newcastle, this is going to be it's going to be a tight game today. Very tight game. Trippier. Of course, Cher, but this guy has elite shooting technique. The last thing I want to see is a goal towards Newcastle right now. I'm getting a bit nervous though, not going to lie. Oh, see why I was getting nervous? Do you see why I was getting nervous? I don't know what it is about how games end in the first half, now they start in the second half, but these moments come from nowhere. If we took this free kick 10 minutes ago, it's not even on target. It's not even on target. But to be fair, it seems like Sanchez, I think, was there to deal with that. Was Sanchez there to do that? It seemed like he was, right? But so what I mean is, this is one of those games where there aren't going to be tons of opportunities, but it's about who has the quality to take advantage of fortune that comes their way. And it's moments like that, right? Superb free kick, and luckily for us, Newcastle have hit the post, and Jolinson missed one of the easiest heading opportunities of this season. So we've had a bit of fortune going our way. And I wonder how he reacts. I feel I want to see Mudryk. But I feel if Mudryk comes on, he has to bring something to the game, man. I think Palmer's been a little bit off in this game so far. But I mean, to be fair, it's not like he's playing 8 out of 10 from the first minute to the last minute in these recent games. But he's looking a little bit, not off the pace, but he's not playing to the same standard so far that we've seen. Okay, who's closing him down? Who's closing this brother down? Okay, thank God. I mean, to be fair, when he shifted that ball to his left foot, I'm thinking, I've not seen this guy score nothing with his left foot, in how many seasons? So I wouldn't be getting too worried about that. We have a minute left, and then like extra time is going to be how much? But so far, we've had 4 shots on target. Again, like the stats don't reflect everything. That they've hit the posts, and Joelinton missed a stupidly like easy opportunity. So it's a lot. Like it's more even than the stats are showing right now. Sanchez long ball. I think Sanchez has had a very strong season. Like he makes at least like 2-3 key saves per game. I know he made a mistake against Arsenal, but it doesn't take away from the rest of his season. Like he has actually provided a lot, and he makes us strong defending set pieces. So yeah, he's been good. Cucurella finds Sterling, one of the rare times in this half. He's like 1v1 against his man, and like if Cucurella is playing left back, these are the moments I want you to make that overlap for Raheem Sterling. Like give this guy an overlap sometimes. I know exactly what he wants to do. He wants to like bring his man in, release the ball out wide, and then make a run in behind. Okay. Oh, Reece. Yellow cards. A bit sloppy. No yellow. Okay, thank God. Livramento. Okay. 2 minutes left of extra time. Please keep this at 1-1. Please. Like we have to. Like defending a set piece right now, Reece. Like you put us under pressure for no reason. That's yours, Sanchez. Yes, thank you. Like, you know, when you're a fan and when you have a keeper that can like claim these high balls, that this is bread and butter. Like this is what he lives for. Like it just like makes you feel a lot safer. Anyway, not the best ball in behind, kind of forced a little bit. Like, you know what? I'm even thinking like, would I take off Palmer, bring on Mudryk, thus allowing Jackson to come a bit deeper? Because we know Jackson can come deeper. He hasn't really come deeper too much in this game so far. Okay. That's yours, Reece. Oh, I mean Silva. I got completely confused then. That's the quality that Reece provides. And then he wins the free kick for us. Good play. Good. Yellow cards. But yeah, even better. Like 30 seconds left before the half-time whistle blows. You see what I mean? Like Reece ran in front of Joelinton and he won that free kick then. There was no need for him to do that, but it's smart defending, smart play. What's happening here? What's that? Right, who is he talking to on the touchline? Is that him and Eddie Howe? Wait, what? I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. He's wasted like a good 45 seconds. Oh, Reece, bro. How can you... Bro, I wasn't expecting that after all of that. Come on, man. That is like rare sloppy play from Reece James. Yes, Silva, superb defending to close that angle down. And someone wins the free kick. Thank God. Reece, bro. You can't do gamesmanship and then give the ball away like that. I'm sorry. Half time. Okay, good. But anyway, my friends, let's discuss what the hell went down this first half. Let's get your thoughts and opinions. Let me just Get the time score updated. Okay, calm. Let's get it. Let's go. Yeah, my friends, let's discuss this first half right now, lads. How you guys feeling? James always looking to go back 70% of the time. I feel like there isn't much of like a forward option for him. Like obviously now that Cole Palmer has moved as a 10, and now that Conor Gallagher's come wide on the right hand side, I feel like Conor and Reece aren't really combining the same way. So Reece can't get forward as much. So Reece ain't stupid. He's not going to force playing and he's not going to force plays down the right hand side and like risk us getting counter-attacked. Especially with like Thiago Silva behind him. Like he doesn't have like maybe a faster guy in behind him to deal with like balls in behind his space. So, I mean, let's see what happens. Okay. Sanchez has been good so far. Yes, he has. Always strong. Mr. P. Jensen, Sanchez has been really strong for us. People saying otherwise are not watching our games and only scores. Exactly. Like, listen, like he's going to make a mistake every now and then. To be fair, I don't know what goalkeeper today isn't making crazy mistakes. I think it's quite a common thing, to be honest with you. I feel like you can't always focus on them. You have to look at the pros, right? And I feel like Sanchez makes us stronger defending set pieces, and Kepa couldn't provide that for us. And I think in terms of how he uses his frame and body, like he's made so many clutch saves for us this season. I'm hoping there's like a save comp for Robert Sanchez, because I think he's been really good this season, and I think I might have to talk about him in my What We Learn video tomorrow, to be fair with you. I think he deserves a bit of love now, Robert Sanchez. But moving on, Emmanuel, Badia over Colwell. I don't see the need to do a comparison, to be fair with you. I mean, what difference is there really? Like deep down, what is that detail you would say where you're confidently saying Badia is clear of Levi Colwell? I need to understand that one. Also, Gallagher and Palmer are having a bad game. I guess so. But I think, you're not going to lie, for me, I think credit goes to Newcastle, because, I mean, Newcastle's a tough game now. I mean, they beat Arsenal and they really like battered and bruised them. They beat Man United, Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, they're a good team. And one of the reasons why they're hard to play against is that they're aggressive, they're strong, they know how to be direct, and they're good defensively too, especially this season. So I think Connor's got like a match in his hands right now, and I think there's like tactical tweaks. I'm seeing Connor playing wide right, and I'm seeing Cole Palmer moving in the middle now, and before that it would be like the opposite sides, right? So I get why we have to do that, because Newcastle are attacking down the flanks and we're looking like a little bit weak at times. I think that's why we conceded the first goal to them. So, it's the tweak has helped us bring some balance back in our midfields. It's definitely brought that balance. And now Newcastle are attacking more down the right now and not really down the left like before. So it has helped us in that aspect. But maybe we're lacking maybe a little bit offensively due to that. But like I said, for me, in games like this, where it really comes down to who wants it more on the field. I know it's very cliched, but listen, the sport's like that sometimes. I feel like it's going to be down to the players, because like both teams are kind of like cancelling each other out, and both teams are forcing mistakes from each other. So listen, whoever takes advantage of those mistakes and has the quality to do that, they're going to decide this game today. I think there's only so much tactics will do to decide the winner. The tactics will help you like compete. The tactics won't help you turn the game around and then score 2, 3, 4 goals. It's not going to happen today. So, contextually, that's how I'm seeing the game, and that's why I'm being a bit reserved with things. So that's how I see it right now. Dougs, yes, Dougs, what you saying? Big up, Nini. What changes are we going to need to be more effective in the second half? I don't know if it's about forcing any changes in the second half, to be honest with you. I don't think, listen, like, there was a time in the game when Newcastle were the better team for like 10 minutes and they scored a goal, right? We were able to get back in the game by those tweaks that Pochettino made by moving Connor to the right and Cole Palmer in the middle. And you have to make those tweaks to compete, right? So I think it definitely worked for us. And obviously it's a shame that we aren't seeing our performance against them during pre-season. But to be fair, We also drew that game against Newcastle in pre-season, and they were also good against us too. So I don't think we have to force anything. I think right now Pochettino has to like galvanize the players, inspire some confidence in the team to like, you know what I mean, like raise their game a bit and try and beat their man. I think this game is going to be decided by who wins their battles today. You know what I mean? And I think this is the Premier League, right? You can't just like tactics your way to wins all the time. Sometimes he is something a bit more than that. And I think that's the game today. And I think it was proven by Raheem Sterling scoring a beautiful free kick, which is why we're back in this game, because otherwise we wouldn't have nothing right now. So listen, this game ain't going to have 20 chances each for both teams. There'll be like a few more that come. And it really comes down to who takes advantage of them. And to be fair, if we can win this game playing this way, this will prove to me that we are like maturing a little bit. You know what I mean? Like we are like showing that we're more like we're a team that doesn't have to, like we can win in other ways that doesn't involve playing that beautiful football or counter attacks or that type of stuff. But we can win by grinding out results and also competing over 90 minutes. So that's how I'm seeing the game right now. Anyway, I'm going to ask some more questions. Yerps, we're lacking offensively because Gallagher is the 10. No, he isn't playing there anymore. Connor isn't looking sharp on offense, but the work he does defensively is still there. I agree with that. He hasn't looked, it's not been his best game offensively, but defensively, he's giving us some balance. Ben, Ugo off, Mudryk on. I'm not taking Ugo off at all, my guy. I'm not taking off Ugo at all. Like, we're up against, it's just a strong team. You know, Newcastle aren't slouches. Like, they're very intense. So I'm not going to, like, reduce physicality. And to bring on Mudryk when it's like... I think he's got talent. I think he can get good. But I'm still waiting for him to, like, fully have that confidence in his game. I feel like when I see him play for Ukraine, when I watch the highlights... When I've seen him play in the Champions League for Shakhtar too... Like, when he has space to play in, I feel like he has more clarity behind his game. But I think right now, like, he's a bit like touch and go at times. I feel like bring him on for the last maybe 30 minutes, but I'm not bringing him on right now, start the second half. That I'm not going to risk losing the midfield battle. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, Dougs, I'm hoping for the W, just so we get to see that laugh, bro. That laugh will come if it's like 3-1 or something like that. Like, you guys know me. I don't force the laugh for no reason. I don't want to be that cliched flipping character content creator where you're just like, oh, you know, I know what's gonna get likes. Let me just force the laugh today. Nah, probably not. I don't know. Like, unless we like end up winning 5-1, 4-1, you probably won't see it today, bro. Jacob, everyone has been below average. No one stood out. But I mean, let's look at Newcastle. We're acting like Newcastle have been like 10 times better than us. That hasn't been the case. I think if you look at like the stats on the screen, you're seeing a game that's a little bit like, you know, it's a bit even in those regards, right? Obviously, Isak scored. He'll have a higher rating. Obviously, Miley played the assist to him and Kieran Trippier. But other than that, it's quite even in terms of the scoreline and in terms of how both teams are cancelling each other out. Like, I feel like as fans, it's easy to just like look at our team exclusively and like dismiss the opposition. But it's one of those games today where it's just a bit tight. I think there's nothing wrong with that sometimes, you know? Like, you know, you're seeing Gordon's not been that good for Newcastle. Jolinton's been kind of mids. Lascelles hasn't been great. I think the stats are quite reflective. I think it's quite even, to be fair with you. And let's be serious. I mean, how many teams are outplaying Newcastle this season? You're not seeing it. You're not seeing. I mean, they literally beat United and Arsenal on the bounce at the start of this month. So, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's easy to be like, our team's not playing good, but I don't know. Today, I'm just not seeing it that way, to be honest with you. I'm not seeing it that way. Anyway, Heber Badir. Yes, Heber, how are you doing? We need to up the intensity, get Jackson more involved and link him up. I agree. Ugo's lack of experience shows being slow in providing support. Definitely at times he has. I definitely agree with that. And I guess the only change I would make, maybe from the 60th minute onwards, maybe I might take off Palmer. I might bring on Mudryk. I might move Sterling out wide to the right. And I want Jackson to like come a bit deeper so he can like, you know, bring the pace in behind and support them a bit more. Because he can do that. And I think that if Palmer isn't working for the next like 15 minutes, there's no need to keep him on throughout the entire game. I think you bring on Mudryk, and I think you tell Jackson, encourage him, listen, you can come deeper right now. You don't have to spearhead the attack. We have pace to support you out wide. So that again, I'm going to look to play that by ear though, to see how we're coping against Newcastle. Yerps, it's the Gallagher fetish boys who are crying for Ugo off so Connor can play next to Enzo. I hear what you're saying, but for me, yeah, I'm only playing Connor beside Enzo if Newcastle are 2-1 up. That's the only exception. There's no need to force it right now. Like, the game is very tightly balanced. I don't want to force the agenda, get punished for that. And now we're at a disadvantage tactically in terms of who we bring on, how we control the game, and what we do going forwards. I think Connor, Enzo, as if we're losing. And I only want to see that midfield against teams that we're way better than, because you can afford to have Connor in that pivot alongside Enzo. But listen, I don't think we have to force that right now. I don't think we have to do that. Okay, MB7. I'd like to see Broja-Nico partnership. That could be interesting too. You know, like Broja provides. I mean, to be fair, I think that him and Nico are kind of like similar players stylistically. So it'll be more of the same thing, if that makes sense. Let's see what happens there. Could we see something different? Like maybe Nico goes to the left-hand side, because Nico is like an inside forward too. Could you see Nico on the left, Broja on, and Sterling on the right-hand side? I'd also be open to seeing something like that too, to be fair with you. But moving down, Borgi. Newcastle had control of the first half. We need to control the ball a bit more in our attacking half and show that energy we had against City. Have confidence and drive at the books. I think so. I hear what you're saying. But we have looked quite dangerous when we can like transition. You know what I mean? Like when we're finding guys between the lines in the holes, receiving passes from Enzo and co, spearheading attacks. I mean, that's how we got the equaliser for Raheem Sterling. I think the risk is that I think when managers are playing away from home, you kind of want to be a bit more protective at times, right? Because traditionally the home team, they're more encouraged to like attack you and to like flood more men forwards. So I think Pochettino is more than fine with us, you know, playing more on the break to pick Newcastle off. I think that's why we're seeing the lineup we're seeing. I think, look, Newcastle, I got things wrong. I mean, I expected us to have more possession, but it seems like we've decided to play like a bit more conservatively, to play more on the break. They've got like 56% possession against us so far. But I do think that as the game went on, you know, after we rode that period where Newcastle were the better team for like the first like 15 minutes, they haven't had much goal threat since. Other than like Kieran Trippier hitting the post, they've not done much since. So I do think that Pochettino reacted tactically. He found that balance by having Connor playing wider and Palmer playing as a 10. Yeah, it's come at the expense of our attack. I think that's quite obvious. It has come at the expense of what we're doing offensively. But I think you have to do that sometimes, you know. It's not like we have like tons of attacking guys on peak form. It's not like Mudryk is like in undroppable form right now, where like when he comes on, you can expect guaranteed quality and he's going to like turn the game around. Nah, that's not the case. I think Broja, a guy that's just returning, Nkunku would have helped, but then Nkunku needs a few more weeks. We won't see him until December. So I think contextually, I think it's the best we can do right now. And listen, like we can't win every game by outplaying our opponents. Sometimes we have to win games by playing smart. You know, when we used to win the league, yeah, we didn't win the league by playing 38 games being the better team week in, week out. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes you need to play smart. You need to know how to nullify your opponents. And you need to find those moments on the break. And I think it's one of those games today. So let's hope once the game ends, it's worked and it's worked in our favour. But anyway, Luke Milburn. Nini, what's your thoughts on Sterling in the first half? I think he's looked quite threatening, carrying us up the field. I do feel like he's getting like, obviously Newcastle are going to be paying attention to Raheem Sterling. He's getting double marked when he's on the ball. And obviously you're going to do that for a guy that's on form. So it's been hard in that sense. And that's what the game has been like throughout, you know. Both teams respecting each other. Both teams looking to double up. Both teams looking to cancel each other's game. And I think this is why it's looking quite conservative at times. Vic, okay, we didn't choose to be conservative. It's Ugo Jukwu. Which game are you watching, bro? I mean, bro, but the fact that Ugo has to even play because Caicedo isn't playing, I mean, for me, only my opinion, it explains why we would be a bit more conservative regardless, right? And to be fair, it's not just Ugo by himself. It's again, don't forget what I'm saying. Connor is playing on the right-hand side. He's not playing essentially like how he started the game. So it tells you we had to do that because Newcastle were pushing men on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. They were like, that's why they were a better team against us for like 15, 20 minutes because they were dominating the flanks. So Poch did the right thing by moving Gallagher out wide. So I agree with that. And listen, it'll make the game like this. It's not going to be that sexy because you have to be smart. You have to be tactically strong. And you can't let the opposition, find holes against you. So for me, I've accepted how the game is. Raheem Sterling on the ball. Balling behind and Lascelles arm out. Referee, take that card out right now. Are you mad? Take that card out. Good. Nice start. Like 15 seconds in, Lascelles yellow cards. Like this is what I mean. We forced these mistakes a few times now. Gallagher missed an opportunity. Sterling, of course, scored his from the free kick. And Jackson was denied then as he was about to get in front of his man. And now he was fouled. So for me, that's the game. The game is going to be like this. Exactly, Jackson, sticking your arm out right in his face. Like, come on, Sterling. Yeah, Sterling gave the ball away 6-7 times. Bro, like, Sterling's 2v1. It's 2v1 against him. Like, it's going to happen. Like, we don't have Messi. We don't have Mbappe or Neymar. So I can't expect, like, that level of efficiency in terms of, like, consistently beating two guys all the time. I'm just a bit more realistic. So, I think Sterling, listen, he's giving the ball away sometimes, but he's also helping us on the counter-attack. And it's these types of moments like this, his pass to release Jackson, obviously setting up a free kick moment for us now. So, it is what it is. Come on, Reece. Please. Reece, come on. On target at least, my guy. On target. Let's put some pressure on Newcastle at least. Ah, shit, man. That's poor. That wasn't the one then. Poor free kick. Not on target or nothing. Like, I felt like Sterling wanted to take that. You might as well let the Donny just take the free kick then, Okay, Ugo is not comfortable on the ball. That's why we don't have possession. But bro, I'm not going to explain my point anymore. Like, people don't have to agree with me. It's fine. But that's my personal take on how I'm seeing this game, right? Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it. Joelinton, good. No, Bruno, I mean. Like, I think to myself sometimes, who is like the better player? Like Bruno Guimaraes or Enzo Fernandez? Because I think they're very, very similar. I think that'll be a very, very tight conversation. Like, both players are doing well and helping like bring their team forward. I guess it's no surprise that the stats are showing on screen that, Enzo and Bruno are like ranking quite similarly. But yeah. It's a very tight game so far. Okay. Long ball. Can we deal with that? Yes, yours, Badia. All day. Okay. Headed it backwards, but we don't really deal with that. And now Gordon's peeled off to the left-hand side. Ooh. Okay. So we're using a mid-block so far. We're keeping our shape in behind. Again, Gordon found free out wide. Connor is there to deal with him to double up. Ooh. That's it. Follow the run. Follow the run. Yes, Cucurella. Good play. Played. Ah. Oh, what? Come on, win that second ball. Good. This is what I mean. Like, it's hard. Newcastle, look, they've got like 3-4 guys there. And they're an intense team. They're not afraid to like get their tackles in. And they're going to do that. That's how they found success playing for like, what, nearly 2 years now. Now, a corner, we have to be like prepared for this corner. Like, I feel like set pieces today can be that deciding factor in the game today. Like, I've got flashbacks to that Jolinton miss. I feel like Newcastle have a few like set piece routines in play for this game today. The way they blocked off Conor Gallagher to find Jolinton by himself unmarked is making me a little bit nervous. So pay attention. Like, okay, we're seeing Enzo is on Bruno. Badia is that Almiron? Come on, boys. Far post again. Ah, shit. See, it's that far post cross that Newcastle are looking to exploit. It's looking dangerous. Look at the running behind then. It was just about dealt with then by Cuckoo and Reese. Reese just gets in the way of Lasales, so we deal with that then. But now we have another corner to defend against. Like, Bruno is like the decoy, and they're looking to target guys in the far post. Like here. Far post again. Ah. Yes, he won that free kick. What? I feel like the referee is giving a lot. It's giving like Newcastle tons of advantages in this game so far. That's what it kind of feels like. Come on, like 3 consecutive corners to defend against. Oh, yes, Badia. Oh. But nice, we dealt with the danger. We dealt with that then. Oh, shit. I thought it was about to bounce over for Sterling then. Easily dealt with. Yes, good. Palmer back to Badia. Sprays it wide to Enzo. Great pass. Like, he's been playing these smart passes throughout this game today. And this is why we can attack because of Enzo. Oh, Raheem. Oh, shit. Like, this is like a proper Premier League football game. Like, this is like, you know, this is what the Premier League's about. Games like this. So we've seen Connor. Connor's still playing on the right hand sides. Back to Ugo, who finds Badia. Can he play us forwards? Badia, who's he found? Onsides. Yes, he was onsides. To Cucurella, who's attacking the box. Oh, Cuckoo, you know what? They're crossing. But to be fair, who's looking to make the run to like attack any cross then? Like, no one was. So you're forcing Cucurella to play the ball backwards. Anyway, on the right-hand sides, Connor's been a bit sloppy offensively today. Definitely his sloppiest game so far this season. Ooh. Very tight game. I thought, was that like a little pen appeal then? Nah, it wasn't. Okay, how can I watch this match online, please, bro? If you look at my pins comment, you're going to see a link to the game. I've posted the link as well too. So if you guys need a link to the game, there's one there. But anyway, Nico's just to the right hand side. Plays it back to Sterling. Back to Nico, brother, you had to take the shot first time. You had to take that first time, man. Why are you taking another touch, bro? Brother, why did you take another touch? You had to hit that first time. You had to. That was a sick opening. Superb pass from Raheem Sterling. 1-2. Brother, first time. Oh. Bro, that was it, man. Like, if that's Haaland, if that's the top strikers, this first time, it's just not even... It's like instinct to do that then. Okay, corner. Yes, corner. Yes, corner. Okay, Jackson is really one of those strikers. He will score when it's not important. I mean, he's got some important goals for us the past few games. I don't think it's that fair. But again, he's raw. Like, he's not like the finished article. Like, I don't want to get too critical, especially when he's got 7 goals so far this season. And I've seen a lot of guys who are more capable not perform half to the level that Jackson's showing so far. So I think he's like coming back in the game now in the second half. I think he won the free kick for us earlier. That was a good run in behind. I think he has to just like, you know, show that confidence now. Bruno, smart player, superb pass to find Trippier. Oh shit, that's like a Reece James pass in midfield, but Leslie deals with that great tackle. Oh, how did they fumble it then, Jackson and Sterling? Like, Leslie did what he had to do then. He won the ball and released it wide quick. Don't foul him, Kuku, don't foul him. No more silly fouls, bro. Ah, man. No more silly fouls, like... Just inviting pressure for no reason. Like, was there any need for that then? Yeah, I think Connor getting a yellow card for that, that's very harsh, to be fair with you. Like, I feel like, you know, it's how many, like, corners now have Newcastle, not like set pieces and corners have Newcastle had in this game? Yes, Kukurea. Well marked. Nico. Goal kick. Crazy. Yes, I agree. I'll say we are not instinctive. So many hesitations and not taking the first option or pass. I think so. Again, I think that comes down to the mental maturity. Like, these guys have the tech, but it's about how do you apply that tech in game. You know, it's not going to be easy in the Premier League. Like in La Liga, you'll have space to take a shot. Like, it's not going to be this intense or as physical. Like, you know, it's like you have to like accept and, you know, get used to the pace of this country and this league, right? And I feel like this is why I have like faith in Nico, because as he gets more experience playing here, I do feel like he'll show his quality. I think he is someone that could have taken that shot then. He's not incapable of doing that. And I think that once he really learns more, I think this guy will look quite good. So I've got faith in him. I do have faith in Nicholas Jackson. Okay, calming the game with Nicholas. Okay, Cassie, I think we should play a system we played against Arsenal, Palmer false 9. Maybe, but I do feel like we need strong bodies against Newcastle today. Like, I get what you guys are saying. Like, how can we elevate the performance? I just don't see it being one of those games, though. I just don't think contextually we can just, like, you know what I mean, play completely different and start dominating possession and forcing them back. Like, we'll force Newcastle back if they have the leads. Then they'll protect what they have. But right now, Newcastle, look at the pressing. They got like, what, 6 bodies in our box, yeah? Looking to close us down. Newcastle are trying to win this game. It's not an easy game. Badia's pass was poor to Sterling, but free kick, of course. You know, like, we're playing against a team that are being quite aggressive themselves. It's not an easy game. And I feel like, you know, I think the reason why I'm talking like this is that I'm really taking on board what Pochettino said in the press conference about, like, the inexperience, the lack of maturity, those types of details. And in games like this, it's about how you apply yourself mentally. So I can't expect like miracles from a young team to like instantly like have the mental qualities to just like outplay this type of Newcastle team. You know, they're going to get the decisions right and like dominate possession. It's not going to be like that. Oh, fucking hell. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, that is not good. That is not good, man. Lasales too, he's had such a mid game. Such a mid game. And he gets the goal. You know, we've invited so many crosses throughout this game today. I think we got punished eventually. Look, how many free kicks have we given away? Like silly free kicks after free kicks after free kicks. You're inviting pressure for no reason at times. Giving away stupid free kicks. It's crazy. And look, Newcastle, they got like 5 men they committed inside the books. You know, 5 men committed. And that's it. Easy goal. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, controlling these aspects of the game. Like, maybe we're not there yet. We're not there yet, you know? We're not there at all yet. Nah, I'm not going to lie. I think this... I'm going to sound negative. I'm going to sound negative, but I think the game is over now. You know, I don't see us getting back. I'm going to sound negative, but I don't see us getting back now. I think we're going to collapse. It's gone against us. We haven't had much possession of the ball. Like Newcastle, they're smelling bloods like they did in the first half. I think the game's over. Oh my fucking God, Silva. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like, do you see what I'm saying? The moment we conceded, I was like, instantly, that's it. The mentals are gone now. The mentals are gone, and fucking Silva, of all people, Thiago Silva. Again, a second sloppy mistake today. My God. I knew it. When that second goal went in, I knew the mentals was collapsed. Because that's what Pochettino was saying. When things go against us, like, we only know how to win one way. We only know how to win one way. I thought we were competing, and then we've blown it now. You know, silly mistakes are giving away stupid free kicks. And now sloppy mistakes like this. Silva, my God. Silva, how are you doing that, man? The game's over. The game's over now. We've lost. We lost this game now. That's it. But still a long fucking way to go, honestly. Sloppy. And that's what Pochettino was saying, man. The majority. Like, we don't have it. You know? The mental's all over the place. Like, if we're not, like, we only know how to win if we're playing well. Like, if we're not, like, on the front foot, like when the opposition make it hard for us, you know, we kind of collapse. I think that's it, you know, completely collapse. I'm looking at the bench. I'm not again. Look, Newcastle. Look how aggressive they are right now. They're still committing numbers forward. They want to beat us 4-1. They want to beat us 5-1 today. Look how they're closing us down right now. It's crazy. And another one coming through. My God, they are tearing us apart in the second half. I don't want to say I don't know if it's embarrassing. Like, are we like levels above Newcastle? I don't think we are. But it just goes to show that we are still a long way away, yeah? Even that, look, Trippier makes a mistake. No one's even close to him to deal with that. Connor overhits that touch. See what I mean? Game is over now. We're done. We are done. Wake up call, you know? Like, this was one of our, like, real, like, physical battles so far this season. I think we've lost it to Newcastle today. I think they've been more aggressive, they've been stronger, they've been better. You know, for Silva to make a sloppy mistake like that, like, he's in the team for the experience alone. Like, that's why he's playing right now. To make a mistake like that, he's killed the game for us with that mistake. He's killed the game for us with that mistake now. That's poor. Not even an opportunity to get back. Now I'm thinking, okay, now we're behind. I want to see Poch play Connor in the middle and bring on another attacking player now. And just force it. Like, that's what we can do right now. You know, look, Newcastle pressing aggressively. It's not good, man. Palmer carrying us up the ball. But you see what I mean? Palmer, you had to play the pass to Cucurella. Because we're losing, this young team forces the agenda. He looks to play the pass, the stupid Hollywood pass then. You had to play it to Cucurella. That is the lack of maturity right there, you know? I guess that's the consequence you have when you decide we're only investing in guys under 23, under 22 years old. Because I can't expect... They got the talent, they got the skill, we know this. But they don't have the mental maturity right now. And I think it's so fascinating that Poch was discussing these things in his press conference. They spoke about how that during the international break, they were discussing what is wrong with us against these types of games. Why can't we play? And I think every issue that was brought up has come back to bite us in the arse in this game today. Good little half turn. Yes, now play it wide to Cucurella. That is better. Oh, but again, Cucu, like, having a left back that just can't take his man on out wides. It's just like, it can be a bit frustrating sometimes, to be honest with you. Like, to be spent 60 million plus, and it's just like he doesn't take his man on. Just refuses to. But anyway, super chat from Chris Late. All the changes since the City Spurs game cost us. Yeah, it seems like it, man. To be fair, if Caicedo was playing, I don't see any difference in this game today. I just think that we've lost to the better team today, sadly. You know? Like, it's very rare I'm seeing, like, Connor's been one of our strongest players where guys are bouncing off him. I'm seeing Connor on the floor most times in this game. But now, you know, it brings up those uncomfortable conversations about securing Champions League football. You know, what we're going to do this season. Mudrik's coming on. And Broja's coming on. And Caicedo. We're seeing a triple substitution. Let's pray for better things. But my friends, give me 1 second. I have to use the bathroom real quick. I'm going to come back real soon, yeah? Okay, Reece. Terrible set piece. Back to Connor. To Palmer, bad first touch, gets dispossessed, and that's it now. Newcastle in the breakaway, a lot more aggressive, finds Gordon, who's been very dangerous against us in this game. And terrible again. See what I mean? Like, if we get back in this game, this will be one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen in my life, because it's not going to happen right now. 3-1. Crazy. So I'm guessing Broger's going to replace like Jackson. I guess we take off Leslie. Maybe Connor comes off. I'm getting that vibe. See, like, come on. Are you guys give me 1 second? I'm gonna come back. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, how dare you call yourself a Chelsea fan and accept this, you plastic? Okay, I didn't see what the comment was. Okay. One of the things about this team is we're not consistent. Yes, I have nothing against Ugo, but he should have come off at halftime. Okay. I mean, if I don't see how we get back in the game, but let's see. I'm a fan. I'm gonna pray that we somehow get back or do something. But I mean, I'm looking at a Newcastle team now that have been in this second half. They've been the better team. And with Enzo carrying us forward, back to Palmer. Find Sterling on the right hand side this time. Okay. Like I mentioned the point before. I'm not going to talk about my preview, but I mean, let's hope we can produce something. Like get a goal quite soon in the next like 5-10 minutes maximum. Yes, Broach over the top, but who's in the books? No one's in the books right now. No one's in the books. No one is in the books. Back to Reese. Okay, now Newcastle, they want to play like this now. Defend. Okay, Sterling. But Livramento deals with that. Damn, honestly, man, it's so I can say it's a bit heartbreaking, not gonna lie. Reese back to Silva. I mean, Silva today not being his best game at all, to be fair. I mean, does Poch feel like you can't use Levi and Badia in the same team? I hope we get to see these guys at some point. You know, I hope we get to see both these guys at some point. I just feel like I feel like Silva's been decent this season. I'm not going to be like, oh, because of this game today, he's been crap. He's not good enough. Get him out. But if there's only one slight criticism I would make, is that I just don't feel like Silva's added much in terms of like ball progression this season. I mean, that's been the only thing recently. Like, he's not really helping much in terms of the build-up. It's more like sideways, sideways, sideways. Okay. I mean, it'll be like the biggest miracle if... Okay. Bruno. Badia. Yes, that's yours. Dealt with easily. Robert Sanchez, no more stupid mistakes. Back to Reese. Oh no, Reese. Poor. Oh, nah. Don't tell me this is going to be a second yellow. Fuck me, it's over. Bro, it's over. Like, I'm not going to lie, when you're seeing Reece James not even having a great game, like, what does that tell you about your chances today, you know? Fuck me. Reece, man, damn. Reece, I mean, Gordon today, you know, we were clowning this guy before, but he's had a strong game. Not many guys are having games like this against Reece James today, you know? I feel, I'm not going to lie, I don't think it's because Gordon's been that flashy or that, like, impressive every single time. He's been effective. But, like, just, like, in terms of the work rate, you know? In terms of the runs in behind, how he's always constantly moving. He's forcing mistakes from Reece, and I think, you know, I'm not going to lie, how did he get that first yellow cards? I'm trying to remember in the first half before the whistle ended. It felt a bit harsh, right? No, he pushed Livramento. That's why he got the first yellow card. So, sloppy game from Reece, and now the game is over because how the hell do we get back now? It's over. Stupid, man. This whole game today, bruv. Stupid free kick. Look, it's like, I swear it's been like the 100th free kick for Newcastle in this game. It's forcing the mistakes, man. Honestly, they've got in our heads. I feel like this is the first game this season we've lost the physical battle. Like, we performed against flipping West Ham and flipping City and all these, man. This game today, yeah, we've lost that battle. We lost it. Palmer coming off. Okay. Mads. So that's a suspension now for the next game. I guess Gusto, thank God he's back at least. Sheldon, I deluded myself into thinking we'll do something in this game, knowing damn well the international break would kill our momentum. I think that's right, man. You know, I mean, you're seeing it. It's proof that you're correct. I think you know, you can only have so much hope in our team. Like, when I'm hearing all the right things in the press conference, sometimes I'm being cynical now because we're losing, but it feels like it's like PR, where you'd say the right things to the fans, but like in terms of whether like that's actually working in real life, it's not. You know, I feel today we lost this game because we can't control ourselves, you know? Like, we're playing within ourselves, we're not matching their physicality, we're giving away silly fouls. Like, it's just a poor game all round, to be fair. I felt like in the first half, we did enough to like at least like bring some balance back in the game, right? But second half, it's been all Newcastle. It's been all Newcastle throughout. Damn, I mean, fuck me, man. I've been brought back down to reality now with this game. Bruno again, is still on the flipping ball, bruv. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, Caicedo got done like nothing. What am I seeing? My God, man. Come on, boys. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, I hate being like a football fan sometimes. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have a shit weekend. Like, how neaky of me though, I'm not gonna lie. Like, how's my mood affected by these millionaires on the fields? Terrible. Honestly, man, this is... See how shared, like Caicedo, that's what I mean with Caicedo. Like, people are super critical on your Enzos, your Gallaghers, your Ugos, but our record signing, you know how many times I've seen him not win that first duel and tackle time and time again, man. You know, Cucurella, another silly foul. Like, I don't want to start getting cynical. I hate that when you lose. It's like there's so many emotions that flood in, and I think to myself, like, is this like the nature of the process? Like, did we have to expect a season like this? Like, it's just a natural thing to expect. But then I have these like worrying thoughts too. Like, did we also invest in the right players? You know, we were so quick to force like so much, you know, change and selling players left, right, and center. Did we necessarily buy the right replacements? Like, I don't want to start getting cynical like that, because listen, like the last 3 weeks I've been on a high. I've been very positive. And it's like, oh, the first time a result goes against us, now I'm getting negative and I'm questioning things again. I know it's very yo-yo-y. Like, I understand that myself. I feel that myself too. You know what I mean? But like, when you just see a team that just can't, for the life of them, take advantage of any bits of momentum. Like, look, Cucurella getting another yellow card. It's just telling me that they were in our heads in the game today. Like, mentally, we were off. Like, we lost the game because we didn't have the right mentals for this. And it's like, I think to myself, it's the Premier League. Like, these games aren't rare. Like, did we... Like, please tell me we invested in the right players to be able to, like, become a top team, yeah? Please tell me we haven't wasted all this money on a silly strategy that doesn't make any sense. Because, listen, we've signed top young guys, but when you're seeing a young team, like, kind of crumble because there's no experience around them. Who's the leader up front? Who's the leader in midfield to like let the calm the team down, to give them some presence, to communicate? You know what I mean? To like control the energy, to control the mentals of the team. We don't have any of those leaders or experience. You know what I mean? There is none of that whatsoever, because we decided for some reason experience is a dirty word. We're only signing young guys. Business wise, it makes sense, but you can't It's a sport. Like, you can't put business over the sport every single time. It's got to be a balance. And I think Newcastle, unironically, are the perfect example of how you move. And you've got big money investors who are gradually changing things and improving things over time. What's that done? It's boosted the level of the guys that exist there. Your shares, your flipping your Willocks, your Longstaffs, your Burns, all these guys that you're not typically thinking are getting to any top team. Their level's been risen because they want to compete now that fortunes have changed with Newcastle. On top of that, they signed like quality players like Isak, Bruno, Trippier, like key guys that's dramatically raised the level. They've got strong squad players now because whenever they have to come in the team, they're ready now to challenge. And it's just like, when I look at how Newcastle have done things in the league, it feels like they went about things the right way by being patient behind how you like evolve a football club, right? Us on the other hand, we're like, fuck it, everyone get out right now. We're gonna buy 25 players in like 1 year, and we're gonna instantly be a team. But look, we're not seeing that on the field, are we? We're not seeing that. But look at Newcastle instead. They went about things gradually. They did things the right way. You lost the goal to their star guy, someone like a Lascelles. Like, if that's us, we're thinking to ourselves, if we had a guy of that quality in our team, which we've had those guys, get them out. They're not good enough. They're shit. We bought better players. But that doesn't equate to that. That doesn't equate to you finding like success in the field. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, again, that's always been my prevailing thought. How we just always force things for no reason and not like respect the game, Because it's like, when you have a whole new team, you have to build a whole new culture. You have to build like a whole new mentality. Like, all these young guys, there's no older experienced guy telling these young men, okay, this is what the club's about. This is how you ride these games. This is the level you have to be at. These young guys have to figure it out for themselves. No, the manager has more pressure to figure out themselves. Like, in a team game at this level, it's a balance from everyone. You know what I mean? It's a balance from everyone. And I just feel like, did we get that balance in terms of how we've like changed the direction of this football club? Anyway, Mudryk on the ball, carrying it forward. Someone's finally carrying the ball forward. Mudryk, just go for it. Finds Raheem Sterling. Oh, crowded out, dispossessed easily. Cucurella, don't give away a stupid foul, no more yellow cards. See what I mean? Like, I feel like we're losing to the better project so far. I know it sounds hella cynical, but it feels like we're losing to the better projects. And this is what I mean. It's like a humbling defeat against Newcastle. We're arrogant. We're going to be like, oh, most of the guys aren't good enough. They're not going to get in the team. Oh, they're not. Oh, the stupid high line. What a shit high line. Gordon run rings around us. Yo, this is humbling. Bro, I remember like 2 summers ago, Anthony Gordon, like, screw this guy, he's not good enough. Don't even dare dream of signing him. Now look, he's outplayed us throughout this game today. He's made Reece James look silly. He got the assist. He's made it 4-1. We've been absolutely humbled. We've been humbled today. Wow. This is crazy. Joe, okay, I got some super chats. You guys, just give me like a second just to like compute what I'm seeing on my screen right now. Oh my lord, bro. Some dead high. Like, look at that run from Gordon. Like, he taking the piss. That is football IQ right there. Benz is running the outside. That's it. Dribbles towards goal. Takes a shot early, bottom right corner. Humbled. Absolutely humbled. Absolutely flipping humbled, man. Humbled. Crazy. I feel like I'm losing my mind right now. Please, can this game end right now? The goal difference is killing us right now. Oh my god. Done nothing at all too. Because like when the game's against us, like No one fucking plays football no more, you know? No clue what to do. Like who's Enzo gonna pass to? Like, who's even close? Like, no difference. The money we spent to, you know? 3 guys like costing like 100 million. I don't want to start getting cynical like this, but how can I not, man? How can I not? Let me ask. I've got some super chats right here. Joseph Ma, thank you, bro, for the super chat. Bro, you are not cynical. These owners are at fault. Meanwhile, we are still scouting another 17-year-old player. Exactly. We're trying to sign this Moscato guy. I'm thinking, for what? You know, what are we trying to sign another team for? We have like 6 of these men already in midfield. Like, it's like, I don't want to get cynical, but it's like, I said this in a video like a few months back. It was a bit controversial. Are we prioritizing business over success? Because I just feel like this sport is not that difficult if you respect it, if you understand the balance of what a team needs, you know? You're not a successful team just because you've bought like 10 players for 100 million. You know, football doesn't work like that. You have to be a team to win. Every top team, you look at even the Barcelonas, was it just like 11 superstar players in every position? It's not basketball, for God's sake, you know? You got your squad guys, you got your guys who can compete at that level, who raise level in training. That's what the balance is about. And we've been so aggressive in terms of just selling anything and everything we have. Anything old, get out the club, get out the door. We are only signing new guys. And has that translated 12 months later, nearly 18 months later into anything? Absolutely not. It hasn't. It hasn't. And we've signed even more players, and we're planning to sign more players in January and even more players in the summer. Like, it seems like again, this season is an L season where it's about transition again. I think that's the reality. I don't see this team winning 10 games on the fucking bounce, climbing up the table, securing nothing European this season. It's not going to happen realistically, yeah? You know, we're lacking the fundamentals and the details, you know? There's only so much a manager can do. You can't. Like, you're working with youths, you're working with kids. Like, how are they going to just, like, understand, like, everything perfectly? There's no experience there, you know? There's no N'Golo Kante that can help the midfield. You decided, let's get rid of him so we can, like, overspend on Caicedo. Like, just, I don't know, man. I think it's... Again, I'm saying all this shit because we're losing, and I accept it. I'm a yo-yo guy, and I feel like I am. I actually feel like I'm a yo-yo fan right now, because when things are going well, it's like, okay, have we finally clocked momentum? Because this is what the plan is, and it's coming to fruition. But then there's games like this when it brings you back down to reality, and it reminds you, shit, we aren't fully there right now. Like, it gives a bit of Arsenal vibes where, like, we can only play one way. And if we're not playing well, we aren't getting a result anyhow, anyway. But I don't know, man. Like, to think, like, after international break, like, just even watching all the fucking stupid club PR, or, you know, all the training clips of Mudryk taking shots and go, oh, the positivity and the stupid smiles and stuff. I need to stop falling for that shit myself, you know. I have to stop falling for it and thinking it's different this time. You know, things are looking up. It's not looking up, man. It's the same. I know I'm being negative. I'm really sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Like, what can I say? I'm watching my team lose 4-1. But, okay, I've got 2 more super chats, Chris. Appreciate the love, man, bro. I feel too guilty accepting any super chats anymore. You guys don't even bother. I appreciate the love, I do, but honestly, like, don't waste your money on a game like this for me, please. Whole defense having stinkers, plus the back 4, Ugo. Yep, it's been hella mids. And I've got, sorry, bro, the Russian guy here. Appreciate that. Hi. I don't know about you guys, but my Ugo Jukwu and Badia Chill rate for this match, both 2 out of 5. And Invisible Palmer today, okay. Wait for the next match. Someone agree with me. I mean, you're right. They haven't been the best games. And, you know what I mean? Not being great. Not being great. I think you're making a fair comment, man. I think the criticisms today are very, very fair. So, you know, you guys speak your minds. Speak your minds. But I'd say, like, this is up there with West Ham in terms of the worst second halves of the season. Especially West Ham, I'd say. You know? It's a shame that we can't. Ironically, it's a shame we can't play against your Arsenals and your Man Cities and Liverpools every week. Because if we did, I think we'd be higher up the table for some baffling reason. But against these teams, nah, man. We don't have the credentials. Like, we don't have the mentality, the maturity. You know, I don't want to say the quality. I don't know. Look, Caicedo, what a shit pass. Like, my guys, I'm sorry. Like, he's been doing this throughout the season since we signed him. Sloppy giveaways. Maybe he's feeling the pressure of like the record money buy during the summer. Like, maybe he is. You know, I feel like Caicedo was a lot stronger last season. Like, I wasn't seeing this type of sloppiness from him at Brighton. But nah, man, I don't know. I know I'm being negative as hell. I apologize for that. You know, 1 week I'm positive, 1 week I'm not. But what can I say when this is like literally the state of the football club right now? There's no consistency in anything. We're either really good or really bad. There's no in between. There is no in between. Forget about the till. Yep, some of these players have Poch and that clown Bowley bringing mediocrity to our club. Don't forget, they are the same ones who sacked Tuchel, brought us Potter, who was a mid-table coach, and then brought us Poch, another mid. I mean, maybe it is. But is it really the case now where it feels like as a football club, we've exhausted nearly every manager that this game can offer us in Europe right now? Like, does it get to a point where maybe we can't expect the managers to be that 10% difference every week to help us win games? Like, successful clubs have a balance from the top to the bottom. Everyone plays a part. There's a perfect equilibrium. You know, Man City aren't successful because Guardiola is that good and he is the difference maker every week. No, he has the players that he needs to work with. He has the quality on the field. He has owners that support him as well. Like, that is the difference, you know? We don't have that balance. And I'm saying, like, when we're doing things like, you know, we're still signing youths for the team to become part of this multi-network club. Like, you can focus on being a multi-network club when you've got the fucking success in the fields. Yeah? Like, it makes me think, how we haven't even clocked the first team yet, and we're still planning for 5 years ahead as if, like, it's like a guarantee that we're expected to be at the top. Like, where's our due diligence to get to that level and prove ourselves in the league first? We haven't done that. And we're already planning for, like, wasting money on future guys that won't even be part of the first team for like another 2, 3, 4 years. Like, there has to be a bit of balance. We have to prioritize the sport, no? Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, listen, and I hate saying this because I've been carried away. I saw the lights. I was getting gassed by the signings. What football fan wouldn't? I'm not here to say I'm better than no one. I'm a fan myself here. You know what I mean? I'm a fan myself. I did. And you think, you get hopeful, you get gas, you think like, oh my God, this is going to work. And I feel like I've been humbled. It seems like it isn't the way. It's not working. I mean, like, a 17-year-old from Newcastle's academy is like outperforming most of your players that cost, like, I don't want to even discuss the prices. Like, what's that really telling you about, like, how you find success in the field and what being a winning football team's about? I mean, come on. We had worse individuals and we had more points at most stages of how many seasons over the years. Yeah? Worse players, individuals, but we were nowhere near this low in any season other than the 15-16 season. That was the only time. Anyway, Madueke, great run. Am I going to see this guy get more opportunities? Hopefully, because I feel like he's our only 1v1 threat, to be fair. Caicedo dispossessed again. Absolutely schooled, bro. It's mad. Frankie Lampard, we are contractually obliged to refuse to shoot like 10 times again. Yes, because who's the guys in the squad that want to do that? Like, we just signed sexy guys. Sometimes I think to myself, what is that balance? Like, I look at a Man City, they can play their way, but they know how to win in other ways. They'll win the set piece battle and they'll score goals that way. They have players that have quality outside the box to change the game. You know, they can get goals from different positions. They're not that one-dimensional in terms of how they need to play to get a result. Like, I don't know. Give Mourinho the same now. Sorry, Mourinho is not fixing nothing. I'm sorry, please. Like, that's just pure sentimentality. Nothing is happening with that. I'm sorry. Samuel, Poch needs to go. Again, we'll say Zidane. It's at a point right now where I just think it doesn't make a difference, man. We've used every manager Europe can offer us. You know, I just think that, like, it's deeper than just the manager at this point. I'm sorry. Let's not act like Tuchel didn't suffer himself as well. You know, we had a better manager who also found like big struggles here too. So, like, I think honestly, it's past the point just thinking a manager fixes this. It doesn't. I mean, nice little breakaway by Mudryk. Just run on goal and take a shot, Mudryk. Well, you might as well, bro. Like, come on. And then shit past Madueke at the end. He plays the pass short. The game's over. That sums us up, my guys. Yes, yeah. Niala, you're right. No more predictions from me. I'm done. I'm done with predictions now. I might just scrap predictions at the end. I'm actually thinking, like, when I actually make predictions in my previews, I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm just jinxing things now, aren't I? Like, is there any point doing this? I might have to stop doing them for the foreseeable future. Like, I just don't think there's no point now. This is mad, but you know what, my friends? I'm going to get this review out the way. I feel like I might want to do like a live stream later tonight so we can just vent and discuss our disappointment in this game today. But I need to bounce, get ready to make this video. Thank you to everyone who watched the game with me today. And on that note, I am the FC. This is Blue Lions TV. See you guys for the review.